Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this 3D bat, and you can make it whatever color you want and even use the glow-in-the-dark white to make him glow in the dark. And I made the glow-in-the-dark eyes here, and you can also add a charm string in the back to make him fly. You need a total of 102 bands, 60 for the wings and 42 for the body. So let's get started. Let's make the wings, and I already made one, so you'll have to pause the video to make a second one. First we're going to make these points on our wing, and we'll need 4 of them, and I already made 2. It's really easy. I'll show you how to make 2 more. Taking a single band, you're going to loop it 4 times on the hook. Taking another single band, twist double, and pulling those loops onto the single we doubled and onto a hook. Let's make one more. Taking a single band, looping it 4 times on the hook, taking another single, twist double, and pulling those loops onto the single we doubled, and leave it on a hook for the time being. For the wings, you'll need a total of 30 bands. Taking a single band from the center first to the second peg on your loom, single, twist double, from the second to the third, and 2 more single coming down the center of your loom, like that. Now we're working with single bands, coming diagonally from the third center to the third side peg for both sides, and we'll come down 3 times with a single band on the left side. Now on the right, we're going to come down once with a single band and coming diagonally from the 4th right to the 5th center peg. Let's come down twice down the center with a single band, and let's come diagonally to the right from the 5th to the 5th right peg, and come down twice on the right side of our loom. So that's what your wing should look like so far. And now taking a single band, coming from the left all the way diagonally to the right, closing up our wing. Taking another single band and extending our wing. So that's what your wing should look like. Now our points on our wing, this will be the bottom of our wing and this will be the top. So for the bottom we're going to add some points, more points in the top, taking the bands off of your hook and looping it on the 3rd peg on the right, and then on the 5th there should be 4 loops, pulling it off of our hook and onto our loom. And our last one we'll add to the tip for the bottom of our wing. In the 4th point, the last one, we'll add to the top of our wing, which is right here. Make sure it's pointing up. So that's what yours should look like. Let's put some holding bands, taking a single, twist double, and we'll create the triangle here on these 3 pegs. Single, twist double, coming diagonally from this peg to that peg, so the 5th to the 5th, and our last holding band, single, twist double, right here, creating the holding band, creating that triangle there. And let's loop up. We're going to go under, grabbing the bottom single, loop up, creating that nice teardrop, and onto itself, reaching in, grabbing the top single, and loop up and onto itself. You want to see the nice teardrop. Let's continue this side, reaching in, grabbing the top single, and see the nice teardrop, and loop up and onto itself. Let's finish the left side all the way to the center third peg. So reaching in, grabbing the bottom single, and very carefully see the nice teardrop, and continue reaching in, grabbing the bottom single. My left side is done. Let's continue on the right side to this center fifth peg, going in, grabbing the bottom single, move back the holding band, grabbing the bottom single, reach all the way under, grabbing that bottom single, see the nice teardrop, and looping it to the center fifth peg. Let's do the center to the fifth peg, reaching in, grabbing that bottom single, so that's what yours should look like. Now going into the center fifth, grabbing the top single, you should see the nice teardrop, and loop up and onto itself. Let's continue the right side to the center third peg, always grabbing the bottom single, and now let's finish up the center, reaching under, grabbing the bottom single, and let's loop all the way to the first center peg. Let's take our wing off the loom. And let's tie a loose slip knot to hold it. So here are my wings, and this is the bottom of our wing. So go ahead and pause the video to make a second one and come back when you're done. Let's make the eyes, and you can make it whatever color you want. I'm doing glow-in-the-dark white for this one, taking a single band, looping it from the second peg on the bottom, twist to the left, creating an X, twist to the right, and then looping it back onto the second peg from the bottom. Let's repeat for the other eye. Same thing, looping in the second peg from the bottom, twist to the left, creating an X, twist to the right, and then looping it back onto the second peg from the bottom. Make sure it's not overlapped. On the left side, we're going to grab the bottom single, loop up to the center, and grab the other bottom single and loop it to the center, creating your knot. Repeat for the other one, grabbing the bottom single, loop it to the center. The other side, grabbing the bottom single, loop to the center, creating your knot. And let's get our eye onto our hook and onto a single black band, the color of our face. So there are our eyes. Let's set it aside. Let's make our bat, taking a single band, twist double, and looping it from one peg, twist in the center to the other one, like that. Another single band, twist double, and looping it from one peg across to the other, covering 4 pegs. So that's row number 1. Row number 2, we're taking 4 single bands to cover our 4 pegs And then we're going to loop the bottom 2 bands up and over, leaving 2 loops left per peg. So just continue around all 4 pegs. Push it down. You have 2 loops on each peg. Let's add our ears. Taking a single band, looping it 4 times on the hook, taking 2 single bands and pulling those loops onto the 2 single bands. So one ear. To make the other one, taking a single band, looping it 4 times, taking 2 single bands and pulling the loops onto the 2 single bands. And now we're going to attach it on these 2 loops on the first right peg, pull it up, and taking your ear off the hook and reattaching the loops onto the first right peg. Repeat for this first center peg, pull the loops off, getting your ear onto those loops and reattaching. Row number 3, we're going to add our eyes, and let's attach it on the first center to the right second peg. So that's what your eye should look like. Now taking 4 single bands to cover our 4 pegs. And then looping the bottom 2 bands up and over. This one has 2 loops, and this one has 3 left. 1, 2, 3. And this one also should have 3 loops left because of the eyes, so 1, 2, 3. This one has 2 loops. Push everything down. That was row number 3. Row 4, we're taking a single band, twist double, covering our 4 pegs. Taking 4 single bands, twist double, twist double. Make sure it doesn't overlap. Single, twist, double, because we're going to expand after this and it'd be nice if it doesn't overlap. Now we're going to pull the bottom 3 bands up and over to the center, leaving 4 loops left per peg. Push everything down. Now we're going to pull these loops off of the center second and move it to the left second peg. So if it's too hard, you can pull 2 loops at a time, take it off and pull it to the second left peg, and pull the other loop off and pull it to the second left peg. So that's what it should look like, and we're going to expand to 6 pegs. So now we're going to take 2 loops off of the first center peg that's attached to the right first peg to move to the left first. So taking 2 loops off, and it's attached to the first right peg, so moving it to the left first peg. Push it down. Same thing on this side, we're going to pull 2 loops off, and we want the one that is attached to the right first to move it to the center third. So go in, and this is attached to this one, so we're going to hold it. Grabbing the other 2 loops off, it's attached to the first, moving it to the third, and then reattaching the one we took off first. Now we've covered 6 pegs. Row number 5, we'll add our wings, and we want the tip to be facing up. So take our loose slip knot and we're attaching it on the first center to the left first peg. Our other wing, we want the same thing, the bottom to be facing up, and we're going to attach it onto the right first to the right second peg on our loom. And for the rest, we're taking a single band to cover our 6 pegs and looping the bottom bands up and over. This has 2. Loop that up and over, leaving 2 loops. This has 4. Pulling that up and over, leaving 2 loops. So go around your loom. Should have always 2 loops left. That was row number 5. Row 6 and 7, same thing. We're just going to take 6 single bands to cover our 6 pegs, and then looping the bottom 2 bands up and over, leaving 2 loops left per peg. Last row, row number 7, same thing. Let's take it off the loom, taking the 2 loops off of each peg, going around clockwise. So there's our bat so far. Taking 2 single bands or whatever you have and stuff it. And we don't want to overstuff our bat at all. Taking a single band and let's tie a slip knot. Let's tuck in that slip knot band. So here's the front of the face and here's the back. So we're going to pull the eyes on the side of the face, pull it from the inside of the head out. Let's repeat for the other eye. Don't make it come out too much, just a tiny little bit on the side of our face. And tuck in any bands that you can see. If you use black, then you won't be able to see the belly. So there's your bat, and if you want, you can put a band to tie a slip knot and have your bat fly. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.